Sunday afternoon, my favorite day, set up perfectly. Recliner, adjusted just right for this lazy boy. Remote control program for the 52-inch plasma. Click, ball game. Click, car race. Click, ball game. Enter, resident mental health worker. My lovely wife. Look at you. You're just sitting there. You never do anything. You need a hobby. Hey, I got lots of hobbies. I go to ball games, I read a book every week, and every Sunday afternoon I'm right here in my plasma chapel watching my favorite sports teams, and I stay right on top of the stats. Okay, so you have interests, but you don't have any hobbies. You need a hands-on hobby. It'd be good for your ADHD. A bone of contention in my otherwise perfect marriage. In my opinion, I don't have ADHD. Now, I may admit to having a bit of ADTLD, attention deficit, totally lazy disorder, and in fact, it might even be a more serious problem. But it's one I've grown quite comfortable with over the years. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Why don't you head on into the kitchen and make me a sandwich? I get hungry just thinking about hobbies. One thing you need to know about my most remarkable wife. Once she gets an idea in her head, she never lets it go. Never, ever lets it go. And this hobby thing was no exception. She bought me a digital camera, an Adobe professional Photoshop software. I fell asleep at my computer. She gave me one of her orchids. She thought I might enjoy caring for it and watching it bloom. I almost lapsed into a coma. And then she had a brilliant idea. And then she had another one that didn't involve killing me. Eventually Christmas rolled around and she got me this. The 6-week basic cooking skills course at Apron's Cooking School. She had me now. But first, I was going to have to unpry my fingers from around that remote control. I was going to have to levitate this lazy body off that recliner, because I was going somewhere far away from my 52-inch plasma television and the shallow grave that she was digging for me in the backyard. Six consecutive Monday nights. 12 students, 2 resident chefs, 3.5 hours, slicing, dicing, chopping. And halfway through the course, the students got to sample wine from the large variety that was available there at the Aprons Cooking School.
Yeah.
For culinary purposes only. Hey, Cabernet! Merle, okay. Don't you think somebody ought to put these knives away? Cooking became my passion, and I loved everything about it. I loved the hiss of onions as they hit a hot pan at the threshold of preparing a great dish. I loved the aroma that lingers in your house for hours after preparing a great meal. But the best thing about it, fellow Toastmasters, the thing I really love best, is that since I've developed this cooking skill, my adorable wife hasn't bugged me about a hobby in years. How about you, fellow Toastmasters? Your fingers locked around the remote control? Is your Sunday evening supper going cold because you're watching extra innings of a Major League Baseball game? Oh no, not you? Well, maybe you're sick of watching the Food Channel. Let me give you a recent example of how this hobby has impacted my life. One Sunday morning I woke up and emerged from my dreams with an inspiration. I was going to create an exquisite dessert. Black walnut, brown sugar pound cake. I forsake my Sunday afternoon sports and dedicated the whole afternoon to preparing this creation. And when I was done, I picked it up and sought out the approval of my divine wife. She wasn't very hard to find. Sprawled out there on my recliner, watching a rerun of the National Spelling Bee. Well, what do you think? Well, looks okay. But tell you the truth, Mr. Hotshot, I'm hungry right now. Why don't you head on into the kitchen and make me a sandwich?